Okay, it's been sitting too long. It's been too long since I worked on this car. If you haven't seen the other two videos on this 96 Cobra in Mystic, I suggest you watch those videos first. This is a car I bought from the auction with no key, didn't know if it ran, had no cluster in it, didn't know miles. It turned out that it ran and drove, and I cut a key for it, programmed a key for it, and it actually is a pretty decent car. It still needs quite a bit of work, and we're going to get some of that done today. We have a few things on the docket. We're going to finish the exhaust, replace some hangers that are missing that I robbed off of another parts car we had here. I bought some brand new exhaust for it, replace some missing control arms that I have no idea where they went, and maybe we'll start ripping some of the gray interior out, even though I think I got the back seat out already. And then we'll change the oil because that hasn't been done. There's a lot to do. This car still needs a lot, but spring is around the corner, and I really, really can't wait to drive it. This is a car I'm trying to keep a budget on. Some of my other projects, I kind of just buy what I need as I need them, but at this point, I've sold the transmission out of the other car I bought a couple of weeks after this car came here, and I think with the new exhaust, I'm right at $2,300 invested, which is a steal. I get it, but I still have more to go. I have to buy new seat covers. I did buy some new door panels for it. I'm excited to see how low I can get the total investment to be in this car. I'm also excited to get this car done so I can drive it. That's the goal here. I want to enjoy this car. Never had a Mustang before. This is my first one. Perfect. Fishing through the other car, I found this off-road X pipe and these cat delete pipes, which will likely get replaced and have some cats put in this spot. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but if this car is going to pass inspection the right way, and I'm going to film it on YouTube, I'm going to put converters back in this thing. So I did buy some brand new catback system. I'll show you. So I did buy some brand new exhaust for it. Got some Flowmaster. I think that's kind of the quintessential exhaust to run on one of these Mustangs. Nothing fancy. I didn't even get the polished tips. I know. You guys are scowling at me. I get it. But I'm excited to get this on the car and hear what it sounds like. Hopefully this has hardware. Oh, clamps. That's good. See the tailpipe. Packing. Stickers. No bolts. I'm not quite sure how Mustangs are always missing their exhaust hangers. Now this car had axle dumps on it before with some really terrible mufflers. So maybe the previous owner just removed them because there was nothing to hang back here. Thankfully that Mustang that I tore the 302 down, that car that came out of, had a pretty nice set of hangers except for one. I'm missing one side of this. I'll probably end up buying that new, or maybe I'll make something. Probably buy it new. I'm pretty sure most of my adult existence has been replacing parts that someone took off for no good reason. This car is no different, and before we get to the exhaust, I have to replace something or install something off of one of my other cars that someone removed from this, just so they could probably fit bigger wheels and tires. See anything missing, Mustang guys? Oh, was there something here? Yes. There was something here. These are the quad shocks, and this car originally had them. Someone took them off, probably just to fit bigger wheels and tires. So we're going to put these, which came off of one of my other Mustangs, my parts cars, on this car so it can be complete. At least they were kind enough to leave me the bolts. Hopefully they're not too tight. It's in here like so. Pretty sure. It would help if I had got the right side. Yep, that would help a lot. In most places, right hand means passenger side. I was confused. start it in here. Installing missing parts is a lot easier than replacing bad ones. I probably should have chased that. Yeah, I probably should have chased that. Let's see. Oh, it's fine. Just needs a little lube. That's all. There's a joke there somewhere. I'm not touching it. Torque to spec until it feels tight. Now, I visually measured it with my eyes, and these should fit just fine. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just want to make sure. Now let's start replacing the missing exhaust hangers. Boy, that doesn't seem right. Oh no, I'm gonna have to run a tap through that. Yeah, that's rough. That doesn't feel good. Let's see if this... Nope, we're gonna run a tap through that. To rethread these, I'm going to use this snap-on rethreading kit. I love this style. I don't really like the other style where you have to tighten the handle to clamp down on the actual tap. Instead, you can just use a wrench or a socket with a ratchet. So I'm going to run this through every single hole that we're going to need to put exhaust hangers in, especially if they don't have a bolt in them already. They've been uncovered, and they will need to be chased with this. This is the only part of the hanger system that's left on this car, and this is actually not an original part. The original part bolts here and here, so we're going to get this out, then we're going to chase the threads here and here and install the bracket that I have. Here is the bracket that's supposed to be here. I really don't know why you'd go with the other style. I'm sure there's a reason. Oh, that's not the right bolt. I'm going to have to go on a bolt hunt. Found another bolt. Unfortunately, I don't have the factory bracket for the rear on the driver's side. So I do have this bracket that I pulled off another part of this car, and I kind of twisted it and it broke a little. It's fine. This is just a temporary solution. Found some nuts used as a spacer and a little bit longer bolt. We're going to get this bolted in, and it should be pretty close to where the other hanger is. I'll probably have to make some adjustments, but again, I'll end up buying the actual part I need. Now comes the fun part. Start hanging some exhaust. Yeah, this might work. That's just temporary. Let's get the other side in. Nope. Did I do this wrong? Wait a second here. Something's not adding up. Well, ain't that a pisser? They sent me 2 driver sides. You had 1 job. Even though I won't have the right tailpipes, at least I can get the mufflers on. It'll be a little bit quieter. I think I bought too long of bolts. This is what I get for buying bolts, not just going through my bolt bins. I'm probably going to have to readjust all of this, I'll be honest. But it's not too bad. Solid. Nope. Nope, that's bad. Nope, we're going to fix that side. And that was a little close to the drive shaft there. This would be a lot easier if I had tailpipes, you know. I've got everything readjusted now. I ended up removing that non-fouler and just threading a bad oxygen sensor in that spot just so it doesn't leak. I'm sure the ECU will be mad that there's not an oxygen sensor there, but it'll be okay. These are not really perfect, but I'll have to readjust them anyway after I get the tailpipes in, whenever that happens. But now we're ready to see what it sounds like with this. Now, there's no tailpipes on it, but at least it has mufflers and exhaust, whereas last time it ran, it was just open manifold. Here goes nothing. This car's yelling at me already. I haven't even started you. Why are you so mad at me? Ha! 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 That's pretty rattly. Let's go ahead and get this oil draining. Well, I like seeing this. This is a factory Motorcraft oil filter, and I understand that not all factory filters are good, but when I see a factory filter on a car, especially something this old, it tells me that at least somebody tried. Now can I get it off? Ooh, we're gonna get some pliers. This ought to do it. If it doesn't, it should have. Come on, power steering lines. Yeah, this has been on there for a little while. I love how it just drifts right on the rack. I guess that part of the rack won't leak. I guess that part of the rack won't rust. That'll do it. Oh, what happened to the 710 cap? Well, clearly someone went a little crazy trying to tighten or loosen this oil cap, so now I'm going to have to fish that out of there. No big deal. See if we can find one of these here in the shop. Well, I had another motor on the shelf I just swapped it with. This isn't much better, but it has a top that I can twist on and twist off. It's good. A little update to the M3 engine I just tore down. You guys were right, the thermostat was installed backwards. This is how it's supposed to sit, and this is how the previous owner, whoever wrenched on this thing last, had it. And that is why when I went to take this thermostat housing off, I'm going to lose it here. When I went to take this off, it kind of sprung off, and I was like, what the heck? But yeah, that was installed backwards. Some amateur was working on this thing. Let's get the rear wheels back on this thing. Probably going to have to go up a little. That did feel good. Now we're going to start tearing out this gray interior that's not supposed to be here. And it is a little scary taking apart something that someone else, not the factory, has put back in. I'm really worried that I'm going to find a lot of drywall screws, a lot of things that aren't supposed to be here. But maybe they just didn't put enough fasteners in, which I bet that's the case. Looks like someone drilled a hole for a drywall screw right there. That's a factory location. Oh, there's got a Phillips here with a washer. That looks like a Ford screw, just not the right one. Yeah, that's factory. Let's see, is there anything else holding this door panel on? I don't think so. Guess I should probably take this apart. Yeah. Let's do that. All right, well, that's a junk door panel. But hey, factory speaker, that makes me happy. It could be worse. I only see maybe one hole that's not supposed to be here. Could be worse. Could be a lot worse. That's junk too. What is this? I think this is the rear deck out of this car. It actually looks okay-ish. We're going to put that in the I might use it later pile. Yeah, that's broken. Cluster bezel. It's good. And there's a knee support. Those are useless. I'm kidding. Some broken bolts and stuff in here. Now we gotta get the seat out. I'm gonna have so much junk to throw away after this. Probably pull some of this stuff up. So we're gonna have to pull the carpet, center console. We got a lot of stuff to pull out of this car. Make sure we keep all this hardware because we will need it. Oh no. Okay, let go now. What is happening? There's no reason for this to be still on here. There we go. Disconnect it. This seat isn't too bad, but probably not nice enough to sell. Let's get some of these dash panels out of the way. I'm sure there are no fasteners holding them in, judging by the rest of the work on this car. Next, we're going to go after this center console. Going to get all the junk out of there. Yeah, we'll deal with that later. Looks like the front 2 screws or bolts are just not there. We don't need those. And then there's supposed to be 2 in here somewhere. It's probably like a trapdoor thing. Oh, actually, I think I gotta pull this whole insert out. I think that's how that works. That's not the right screw. Alright, now we got some not correct size screws in here as well. We got 1 Torx and 1 Phillips. I don't understand people. It clearly had the right bolts at some point. I assume we're going to have some electrical connections if they bothered to even do that. They did. Hey, that's something done. Come on. You can do it. Alright, so the console is out. Now, let's get this off of here. Ah, same washer and screw setup. At least they're consistently wrong. Prepared for all kinds of terrible. Up. I think it goes up. Maybe. We've got some module here on the back side of the door panel. It's probably keyless entry. Probably wouldn't hang on to that. Actually, just gonna remove it. Nope, we don't want to tear it. Okay then. Okay, let's try to move this seat. I have to move it forward and backwards to get all the bolts out. Oh, that's smooth. Come on, you can do it. Ha! Ha! Oh, that's great. You guys see this. Here's the right front leg of the C-track. And there's where the left front was. It's just not here. It's deleted. Alright, let's try to get this bolt out. No, it wasn't tight. Why would that be tight? Oh, sounds are happening. Come on. Why is it so loose? Well, I'm not going to get that out that way. That's, I got to come up with some way of doing this here. Let's see what we can do. Oh, shut up. Shut up. Oh, that doesn't look good. Well, it goes up. Might give me enough room to get that bolt out. That's go, 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 go. How am I gonna do this? Let's try violence. That's not gonna work. I don't know what I'm doing. What is this? Servicing your Mustang. Well, we need that. If I could just break the rest of the C-track, it would be fine. I might be able to get my 15 wrench in there. Let's try that. Let's give this another try here. Wow, that's tight. I'm not gonna say it. There's a song that just came out. I think it's called something about I've been working on the railroad. Maybe that's a little older. I don't know. This seems like it's taking forever. Oh, so close. So close. Are we out? I think. Not gonna say it. Yeah. All right. Will this come out? Of course not, because the rail. Oh, give it a little help. I don't know which way is forward. Did I mention these seat tracks have issues? I think we're making progress though. Yes! Haha! Boy, does that make me happy. Oh, so much easier. Come on out. This seat track definitely looks like it's been repaired. Didn't last long. As you can see, there's no pad on the driver's front. That's not my screwdriver. What am I doing? It's not stupid if it worked. All right. Well, I don't know if they cut the carpet. They cut the carpet. Cool. We're going to pull the carpet next. Actually, I got a seat belt, and I have to get the rear side panels out. Yeah, let's get the rear side panels out, and then we'll get the carpet out. Now, probably going to have to pull the seat belt covers off. Looks like a T50 again. And then, looks like I got some clips. Let me get my angled screwdriver here. Perfect. Now, does this go behind here? I think it does. It sure does. So we got to take it all apart. It's fine. It'll be fine. Perfect. One. Oh, this one still has a clip in it. Had a clip in it. Alright, now we gotta get this rear deck out because it's the wrong one. I have the one out of the other car, which is the right one. It's also in much better shape than this one is. Just one clip will do. Ah, yes, the two-piece version. Yeah, they didn't do anything right. They just cut everything. As I rolled this carpet out, I found another shift bezel, probably from the other car, just kind of crammed underneath the carpet next to the tunnel. All right. You're almost out. Well, the good news is I don't see any rust, which I kind of figured. This car, I think it's from Texas originally. It's pretty dirty though. I'll have to spend some time. I still can't believe that. That was under the carpet. I feel like I've made some pretty good progress for this video. We replaced the missing quad shocks. Wheels and tires still fit, thank God. We also hung mufflers on it, and we realized they sent me 2 left side tailpipes. It's an honest mistake. I don't hold it against anyone. I've sent them an email. I'm sure they'll get back with me as soon as they can. Actually, I think they've already emailed me back. So when those tailpipes come in, I'll have to readjust the entire exhaust system, but that will be in the next video, and I'll likely end up putting some aftermarket converters in it just in case the EPA is watching. There's still a lot of other work that needs to be done. I'd like to change the transmission fluid. I'd like to change the rear end fluid, the diff fluid, and the coolant, the brake fluid. I'm going to go through this car front to back. We'll probably put some new plugs in it. And then I have to finish the interior. And that's likely going to take the longest of all. I have to reupholster front seats. I can't find any nice front seats that I can just put in. Thankfully, one of my other parts cars had a manual seat track, so I just got to buy covers and maybe driver's lower seat foam. We'll see how far I go there. And before I can put the back of the interior in, I still need to find speakers, and I hope that no one chopped off the factory connectors. I'd like to put a factory audio system back into this car. It's just how my brain is wired. I know some of you are saying boo and hiss, but that's just how I am. I hope you enjoyed this update, and as always, I appreciate all the comments, all the feedback, and even the criticism. I love it all, and I'll catch you on the next update.